Hi guys, welcome to your final day of Coach Sneak Peek. Today is how you earn. So I wanted to quickly go into how I transitioned from, being a full-time corporate grinder to a full-time coach. So I started right out of college. I became a marketer for ESPN and I loved it. I loved my manager. I loved my team. From the outside in, you'd think I had it all. But there was certain things about working for a corporation that I just didn't like. For starters, I put a lot in to the business and I didn't really see the return that I wanted, or at least as quickly as I wanted to see that return. I was innovative. I did everything that people told me to do. I was a hard worker. I showed up early. I left late. I was innovative, and I wasn't seeing, the promotions as fast as I wanted. I wasn't seeing the raises or the bonuses as fast as I wanted to see them. And I knew that I was one of the hardest workers there. I could outwork anyone. So that's when I started taking Beachbody a little bit more seriously. I was putting in maybe 30 minutes a day into the business, and I was seeing return. I was like, whoa, only 30 minutes and I'm getting a weekly paycheck from Beachbody rewarding me for that small amount of time. I wonder what would happen if I dabbled a little bit more in the business. So that's what I did. Slowly I started increasing the amount of time I was working, and I saw potential. I was my own CEO. I was my own boss, and I was giving myself promotions and paychecks that were directly in line with how hard I was working. So that's when I put a little bit more focus on the Beachbody business, and then finally ended up leaving my ESPN job in order to work this business full time and be with my baby girl. So, many people become millionaires in this business in 5 years or shorter, and it's really what you want to make of it. I am someone who am super determined, and I believe that this is what I was meant to do. I was meant to help people and connect with people, and that's why I'm truly passionate and devoted to this. But you could be someone who just wants to dabble in this, who just wants to be a part of this team because of the accountability and the community, and that's completely okay too. So is just being a part of this team for the discounts. What happens is we as your coaches or your upline will work with you to determine what your goals are, what your why is, and then from there we can kind of build your business strategy, or kind of how heavily you want to work this business and how much you want to put into it. But the message there is that you can be super determined and make this a living, this is really a limitless opportunity and potential, or you can just dabble and get some, you can just pay for your Shakeology every month with what you're making, or pay for Starbucks coffee. So now into how you really earn as a coach. So as I said, you get weekly paychecks from Beachbody. Every Thursday is our payday, and you directly get paid 25% of your sales. So that is a great way to get some side cash. Well, before I kind of jump into the next thing, I want to explain the relationship that we have with Beachbody and how they are completely in charge of the exchange between money and product between us and our customers. So we don't have to stock the product in our homes or anything like that. All our responsibility is to keep that relationship with the customer, and to make sure they have good experiences with the products, make sure that they are getting all of the resources and the support that they need in order to be a product of the product, in order to make a change in their life. And Beachbody will take care of all of the exchanges. So as a coach, you get 25% off on all sales, but if you want to make this more of a long-term financial commitment, if you see that this is what you want to be doing down the road, you want to pay off your debt, you want to leave your full-time job, then your goal is to build a team. Because what happens is that, sure, you get 25% off of product sales, but that comes and goes every month, right? Like, it's not stable. How to build stability is to build your team, because based on the volume that your team generates, Beachbody pays you a certain amount of bonuses that gets put into your weekly paycheck. And those bonuses could really be a significant amount of money the larger that you grow your team. And then you start putting more of your focus less on, sharing and selling, and more into training your team. So that builds more of a foundation and sustainability for your business. That's like the basics of how you earn. If you have any questions, guys, we always laugh and say, there's a $40, well, less, $39.95 sign up fee to be a part of this team, but it's $1 million business. $40 sign-up fee for $1 million business. And the only other financial commitment from there is $14 a month, where that's basically just the cost of Beachbody managing your website and managing the relationship between the customer and the product. So if you have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Remember, guys, that we're not in the business of making people think that we're perfect. We're in the business of being real and of sharing people our journeys so that we may inspire them to also change their life and come along with us in the journey. So I hope that this helps, and I'll see you guys soon.